Good afternoon and welcome to the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium in Almería for this fixture of match day 37 in La Liga Smartbank between Almería, the hosts, and Sporting Gijón, the visitors. It's a game that will define who goes up and who stays in La Liga Smartbank for next season, or at least you'd think that would be the mentality that both sides come into this game with. Almería currently sitting in fourth after Huesca managed to get a last-minute winner against Zaragoza, overtaking Almería. A win today, though, for the home side would see them regain third place, close the gap to 1 point with second place Zaragoza, and close the gap to 3 with league leaders Cádiz. Sporting, meanwhile, start today's game in 10th, but with 3 points today, would see them jump all the way to 5th, directly into the playoff spots, with a chance to obviously play that tournament to try and get a place in La Liga Santander for next season, starting in September. Of course, though, this is a game that both sides will feel that they need to win, but more importantly, feel like they obviously cannot lose. This is also a game with very, very different proportions for either side. Almería, despite being the home side, have the worst home record in the division. That's because they've been really solid away from the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium. One of the reasons why Guti became the first manager in Segunda to lose their job since the restart. More details on that later. Here we see the home side, Almería, walking out onto the pitch. Worth mentioning as well today that both sides are captained by their goalkeepers. Fernando, the Almería captain today, and Marinho, the Sporting captain for the opposition. Here we have the home lineup that Mario Silva and Nandinho are setting up today. It's a 4-4-2 for Almería. Fernando in goal, Balliu, David Costas, Maras and Martos make the back four. Corpás, De La Hoz, Vada and Lazo, the midfield four just in front of them. And up front, Juan Muñoz and their top goal scorer, Darwin Núñez. José Antonio López Toca is the referee for today's proceedings. Sunny kickoff later in the afternoon in Almería. The visiting side, Sporting, also sporting a 4-4-2 with Marinho, the captain, in goal. Medina and Cordero are the fullbacks. Babin and Molinero, the centre-back partnership. Murillo, Naitor Garcia trying to find the width with Pedro Díaz and Salvador, the two holding midfielders, with Manu Garcia and Juka, or Uroš Đurđević, his full name. The two players leading the line for the visitors this afternoon. Of course, Almería and Sporting, two sides that both have the same home colours, red and white stripes. Therefore today, Almería wearing their home strip, attacking from left to right. And Sporting in their away black and pink kit, attacking from right to left. It will be the home side, Almería, getting us underway. This is the first home game for Mario Silva and Nandinho, the two men in charge of Almería since Guti's replacement not more than a week ago. This is their second game in charge. You can see Darwin Núñez, top goal scorer with 13 goals for the home side. Game of epic proportions when it comes to who will be in La Liga Santander next season. Referee blows his whistle and we are underway at the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium. Long ball instantly from Almería, quickly conceding possession, also winning it back shortly after, and then another long pass from Bayou, this time straight out of play. It is 29 degrees centigrade here in Almería. This is the slight problem with playing in Spain at the moment. Not only, of course, playing every 3-4 days for every side, it's also the heat. Today, of course, the 1st of July, peak temperatures coming all over the country. Long ball played into the penalty area, cleared away by Babin. Medina plays the ball forward to Mano Garcia. This is the first time in a while for Sporting that both Aitor Garcia on the left and Juca up front are both starting for Sporting. The two players tied on 6 goals as the club's top goal scorer. Will one of them leap ahead today? Molinero does well to find Murillo. Lays it off for Mano Garcia. Medina, the right back, high up the pitch. Played infield for Pedro Diaz. Salvador. The two players really are the most relied upon midfield too by Miroslav Jukic, Sporting manager. Ball played wide now for Cordero. Goes back to his defense. Almería keeping a deep line at the moment. Murillo, very good first touch. Plays it onto his favoured left foot. The cross attempting to find Juca, cleared away by Maras. Sporting will come again. Babin. Who was in and out of the side before lockdown with a couple of injuries and a suspension in the middle as well. Of course, the months of lockdown have allowed some players in all divisions really recuperate from injuries and be available for their sides for the final 11 games remaining. Of course, now after today's game we'll be down to 5 for either side, all to be resolved in the next 20 or so days, both in Primera and Segunda, the top flight and the second tier of Spanish football. Almería do well to win the ball back though. It's a heavy pass forward, trying to find Corpas. And then David Costas doing well to not let Juca get a touch on that ball. Manu Garcia, his striking partner, currently in a bit of discomfort. And you see the collision there with De La Hoz, the Almería midfielder, getting to the ball first, just lunging over the striker. There on your screen is Miroslav Jukic, the visiting manager. Not many expected to see Sporting at this point in the season in and around a chance to get into the playoffs. Of course, it is fierce competition in and around the top parts of the table. Despite 8 points separating both of these sides, a win today, as mentioned earlier, will see Sporting leapfrog virtually 4 or potentially 5 sides in the Liga Smartbank table, obviously depending on results in and around, but of course If they don't do their homework, the gap will not be closed on the playoff spots. Bayou trying to be a bit optimistic with that pass forward. Marinho not taking any chances. Juan Muñoz. Back to the right back, Bayou. Corpas puts in the cross. It's a low one. And there we see Darwin Núñez nearly getting on the end of that. He sniffed danger in and around the penalty area. Very good cross by Corpas. Just peeling off the defender Molinero. There's his opposition striker, Juka. Been mostly a substitute this season, with Álvaro Vázquez playing. Here he is though in the penalty area, doing really well. Did not concede possession. He wasn't happy with David Costas probably sticking on to him for a lot longer than he would have liked. We see again the reaction. Gets past De La Hoz up against the centre half. A little kick out there. Will be a corner though, the first of the game. And it goes for the visitors. 6 minutes in. And it's a poor corner. Definitely over all of his teammates and wide. Crossed by Manu Garcia. Goal kick for Almería. Lazo laying off the ball well. Possession's given away. Aitor Garcia did really well to pick up the ball in the middle of the park. Babin deciding to go back to his keeper, who instantly plays it back to him. Salvador, the more defensive midfielder, out of the pairing between him and Pedro Diaz. Salvador defensively playing as a third centre half, coming deep to pick up the ball in what in today's modern football you'd probably call the Sergio Busquets role. The defensive midfield player coming deep to pick up possession, but the ball must go through his feet. Medina tried the first touch pass to Manu Garcia, ended up getting a throw-in. Rodríguez shrugging off the Lazo attempt at winning back possession. Very high numbers in possession for the visiting side as we come close to the opening 10 minutes of the game. Lovely ball played wide. It's Cordero. Plays it back infield to Salvador. Sporting being forced to be going side to side. Pedro Diaz with a long shot. It seemed a little bit more dangerous than it looked at first glance, as Juka was in and around the penalty area. A possible slight touch on the ball would have completely deflected the shot out of Fernando's way. In the end though, straight out of play. Here's Murillo. Winger on loan from Braga. Liga NOS side in Portugal. Cordero out on the left-hand side. Did well to get round De La Hoz. But referee José Antonio López Toga will pull it back, as there was contact from the midfielder. Be a free kick for the visitors. Pedro Diaz over the ball. It's a bit of an awkward angle to go straight for the target. Logic would dictate to play the ball into the back post. He goes straight for goal though. Fernando not really troubled at the back post in the Almería goal. Here's Vada. Back to Maras. Costas moving forward. Aitor Garcia once again cutting out possession. Almería, since the beginning of the game, struggling to link more than 2 or 3 passes together. Here he is now, Garcia. The forward, cuts inside. Keeps on going. Juca would try to play that ball back to Mano Garcia, but of course the striker in an offside position didn't even bother to go and get the ball. Here we see a replay of the earlier set piece. Babin would have wanted the ball probably a little bit higher, so he could have got a possible header at the back post. In the end, straight to the comfortable grasp of Fernando. As mentioned at the beginning, Mario Silva and Nandinho, both in charge of Almería today, replacing Guti at the helm. Guti becoming the first manager to lose his job since the restart in La Liga Smartbank, replaced by both men who have been in charge of the youth setup here at Almería. It's their first home game this afternoon. Their first game came at the weekend, a 2-2 away draw against Mirandes. Set piece for Almería. Quite a long way out. Cleared away by Salvador. Pulled back, I believe, for a possible offside. Marinho wanting to take it quickly. Plays it short. Yes, Salvador once again. Babin moving forward. Pedro Diaz. They are very fast and agile, both Mano Garcia and Murillo. Chuca and Aitor Garcia more of the physical type of player. Now to the front four for Sporting Gijón. Think based on league position and seasons overall, Almería would be coming into this game confident and the favourites, but of course remember they do have the worst home record in La Liga Smartbank. They've suffered the most defeats as a home side here at the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium. And to make it slightly worse, Sporting, the visitors today, have the second best defensive record in the entire division, surprisingly behind Malaga, a side in and around the bottom half of the table. Very well worked defensively, Miroslav Djukic's side. Murillo getting to the byline, will be a goal kick. Could argue that Almeria's counter argument in their defense would be that they are also the top goal scorers in the division. But of course, in football, you can't always outscore your opponent. They've suffered defensively. overall this season. Ball drops for Salvador. Murillo goes down in the penalty area. You can hear the scream from the winger. Still down. Referee let play go on. Sporting still in possession of the ball. Possible recheck with VAR here. Salvador would play the ball to Manu Garcia, and a very heavy tackle by Ivan Martos, but it was a clean one though. Did get the ball, but did catch out Murillo in the process. Play resumes. Cordero. Salvador goes back to Molinero. Sporting coming into this game on the back of a 2-0 home victory against Lugo. A result that would see Lugo manager Curro Torres lose his job, become the second to be sacked in La Liga Smartbank since the restart, following Guti. Molinero going forward with the ball, plays it wide for Medina, by the corner flag. Good defensive cover by Ivan Martos. He will catch another glimpse of that possible penalty shout. Murillo did get to the ball first, but it was cleared by Martos. And it's another corner for the visitors. Played in. It's cleared away. Sporting will go again though. Long ball played in. Fernando did well to catch it. Plays the long ball, and a counter-attack is on here for Almería. It's a poor pass to Juan Muñoz. Now it could be Sporting on a possible counter-attack. Murillo down the right-hand side, goes wide, round Martos, down to the byline. And the last touch did come off the Sporting winger. Another goal kick. You see the last touch coming off the knee of Murillo. Jukic, who has been under fire recently, despite a decent place in the table and good results based on their lack of consistency that they've had throughout the season. The manager came out this week swinging for the fences by claiming that if Sporting reached the playoffs, he would like to extend his contract at the club. Some of the home supporters not fully confident of the style of play that their side is showing. As mentioned, they have shown a lack of consistency, at least before lockdown was declared in Spain. Of course, every side in La Liga Smartbank aspire someday to be in La Liga Santander, the top flight of Spanish football. But that also requires consistency, which is something that at the moment we've not seen recently from any of the sides in and around the top of the table. Cádiz and Zaragoza, who were running away with first and second place before the coronavirus lockdown, struggling to string along a couple of victories since the restart. Almería are in desperate need of the 3 points It's going to be a big boost for their league position and for the club overall, back to getting a win at the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium. But Sporting will not make it easy for them. Visitors have had definitely a larger chunk of possession in the opening 20 minutes. Here's Salvador. Almería still yet looking to find Darwin Núñez. Came close to getting his foot on the end of a cross early on in the game, but been fairly absent since then. Murillo with another good cross, cleared away by Maras. Just a quick reminder, it is 29 degrees in Almería, and for those watching around the world, this is considered some of the lower temperatures in the division based on this time of year in Spain and the time of day. Currently 10 to 8 local time. Late afternoon in Spain. Salvador to Aitor García, caught out there by De La Hoz. It's Juan Muñoz for Almería who goes down after the tackle by Aitor García himself. Onside, regain possession. There we see the stat for the first time in today's game, 62% possession for Sporting. Still haven't really used it, in fairness, to get clear-cut chances. Of course, we're all very pleased to see the ball rolling again, not just in Spain, but all over the world. The love of football, of course, the fact that every division, every league is playing their games every 3-4 days. There are some questions over the caliber of performances, of course. Much squad rotation necessary from every manager, from every team. But it is, of course, better than the alternative to fully postpone what would have been the final 11 games of competition. David Costas plays it back to his goalkeeper, Fernando. Vada. Back to De La Hoz. We've just ticked over the halfway point of the opening 45 minutes in this matchday 37 fixture between Almería and Sporting Gijón. Aitor García keeping the ball in play, puts in the low cross. Going to be a throw-in. Spadiu couldn't keep it in play. And we see Aitor García doing really well to keep it between the lines. Whipped away by De La Hoz. Possession is still for Gijon. The side from Asturias. Played long. There we can see the stat of the player for each side that has ran the furthest in this opening 25 minutes. Almería, in their case, it is Darwin Núñez, their main striker, having to help out defensively. Murillo for Sporting doing most of the running down the right-hand side. Here's David Costas. Possession easily won back, but instantly given away by Sporting. It's Lazo down the left-hand side, goes wide, round Medina, and the cross is in the end an easy one to deal with for Marinho. Of course, one of the best defensive records, Sporting also down to Marinho, statistically one of the best goalkeepers in the division. Costas jumping all over Uros Jurjevic. It's going to be given as a foul. Pedro Diaz now again on set-piece duty. This one expected to be more of a lofted ball into the penalty area. Played in, and there's Babin. Couldn't scrape a touch on the ball. Directly out of play. Wasn't a bad ball though, but from the midfielder. Babin wasn't that far off, as he beat Maras in the jump. Well, Babin, from that angle, would probably have been in an offside position. When he will go forward, though, Babin not taking any chances, does really well to clear it. Under pressure from Núñez. Played forward, cut out once again by Costas, the forcefully more active out of both centre halves for Almería. Of course, one-on-one against Juca. Bit of an optimistic pass there from Manu Garcia. As mentioned earlier, this is the first home game for Mario Silva and Nandinho at the helm of Almería. They come into this game after debuting in a 2-2 away draw against Mirandés at the weekend. Vada scored for Almería with the first shot of the game. They tap in on the edge of the 6-yard box. The game was back and forth, but John Guridi managed to equalize on 23 minutes for Mirandés. Corpas would make it 2-1 for Almería in stoppage time in the first half, with a strong low shot inside the area. But despite Mirandes going down to 10 men in the last 10 minutes, after a second yellow card to Antonio Sanchez, the hosts managed to get a point with Merkeland scoring a penalty in the second half of stoppage time. Really seen as a tough blow for Almería. Now we're going to have the cooling break, half an hour into each half in every game in both top divisions in Spain. Cooling break mainly to tackle the high temperatures in the country, but it also, we've seen it affect many teams in the world of football. It's also an opportunity for the managers to regroup their players for the final 15 minutes of each half. Mario Silva giving instructions to his players. Miroslav Djukic the same. Sporting, meanwhile, come into this game on the back of a 2-0 home victory against Lugo. Sporting with a superior side with earlier chances to score, but a beautiful shot outside the box from Nacho Mendez on 24 minutes would open the score sheet. They would seal off a very good performance with 20 minutes to go, despite Lugo improving in the second half, with Álvaro Vázquez putting in a great cross for Aitor García to get the 2-0 and the winner. A result that put Sporting in with a shout for playoffs, but also ended up in the sacking, as mentioned earlier, of Curro Torres as the Lugo manager. Second man, unfortunately, to lose his job in the division since the restart to action. Both teams have played 5. This is their 6th game, and will have 5 to play after today's proceedings. This is officially the midway point of the remaining games since the return from lockdown. Play will resume now at the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium with a home side Almería throw-in. Van Martos gives away possession, but quickly won back by Almería. Ball goes wide. Corpas couldn't get there. It's going to be a throw-in for Sporting Gijón. Quickly won back once again by Almería. Still struggle to take it forward, and they've given away the ball here. Manu García in the penalty area. It was a good effort and a good save at the same time by Fernando. Juca could not get a touch on the rebound. Luckily for Fernando, it was cleared away by one of his centre halves, but definitely there, the best chance of the game so far, coming on 33 minutes. Falling for Sporting. It's their second shot on target. Almería still needing to register their first of the game. You see the mistake in the pass from David Costas. Manu García cutting onto his right foot. A bit central the shot, but it had a lot of power on it. Babin. Still managing to get forward. Manu García again. Cuts inside. Lays it off for Murillo. The left-footed player takes the shot. Blocked by the defence. Still possession for Sporting. Danger not cleared yet completely. Martos hesitating to play it long, and in the end, complete lack of communication there with Vada. It's going to be another corner for Sporting. Sporting slowly growing into the game, creating chances now with their superiority in possession. Here we see the shot from Murillo. Possible shout of a penalty, but it came off the chest of the centre half. The corner will be taken. Cleared away well, though, by Darwin Núñez. Striker covering the front post. Ball played back wide again for Pedro Diaz. Puts it in on his weak foot. It's a good cross. Babin couldn't get there, and Salvador couldn't either at the back post. Need to start reacting, Almeria. Sporting are growing and growing into the game. By far the better side out of the two, the visitors. But of course, still goalless. Ball given by the referee. Sporting with possession. Murillo, the good ball forward, slightly heavy. Nothing Chuka could do. Good eye for a pass though from the winger. Murillo, as mentioned, on loan from Braga. Will remain at the club though until the end of the season, that including August, if possibility of a playoff spot. Of course, quite a few players, their contracts ending yesterday with sides, whether it's a loan deal or a full-time contract. Of course, no one could have expected that some contracts would have to be extended. A temporary transfer window opening today to sign up on an extension for some of those players if other clubs haven't done it already. Murillo on loan will be finishing the campaign with Sporting. Been a pivotal player since joining the club. Starting on the right-hand side for the majority of the games for Miroslav Djukic. Here's Corpas now down the right-hand side for Almeria. It was offside. It was a poor cross from the winger. Corpas, one of the goal scorers in Almeria's last game. Here we see it's a close call. Even if the flag would have stayed down, the cross wasn't up to standard. There with a long throw. Jukat as well to peel off David Costas, centre half. Managing to get the best of the striker. It's going to be another throw-in. Not been his game so far, Juka. Gets a touch though on the ball. Easy cover for Fernando. Here's Vada, the other goal scorer from Almeria's last outing against Mirandés at the weekend. Winning back possession though for Sporting. by Cordero. Again, Juca beaten to the ball, that time by Baliu, the right back. Pedro Diaz making the run forward, forcing Fernando into the mistake. It's another throw-in for the visitors. Marinho, the Sporting goalkeeper, still waiting to really be called into action. Fernando already forced into a couple of half saves and one really big one from Manu Garcia. And ball given there against Sporting. 5 minutes plus stoppage time remaining in this first half here at the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium. This game still needing a goal. Both sides still needing to muster up a clear-cut chance. Manu Garcia against Darwin Núñez helping out defensively. Corpas with a beautiful back heel for Baliu. He's got space to run down the right-hand side. Puts in the low cross, and Babin again reacting well, but it's not cleared away the second time. And this time the centre-half doesn't hesitate, goes long. As it was Corpas picking up the ball on the edge of the penalty area. De La Hoz. Baliu slipping as he tried to make the cross. But it did come off Cordero. Here we see a replay of that poor clearance from Sporting. Corpas going down in the penalty area. Lazo to take the corner. Puts in the ball. Pedro Diaz not managing to get a touch. Cameras there following Corpas. Aras there possibly tugged from the shirt by Molinero. Play still resumes though. Here's Baliu. Again down the right. Corpas. A bit of a heavy touch. Still manages to keep the ball. Manu Garcia wins back the ball and gets fouled. Possession resuming for Sporting. Poor long ball, Almería regain possession. Long ball forward, and Babin cutting it out, not taking any chances against Darwin Núñez. A lot of pace, the striker. Long ball now for Murillo, but dealt with well by Ivan Martos. As we approach the 45th minute, awaiting confirmation of the stoppage time to be added on. To be 2 minutes. That would be considered at the moment, with the cooling breaks, considered a short period to be added on. Normally we've seen up to 4 or 5 minutes in some of the fixtures, but of course there haven't really been that many incidents to stop the clock, shall we say, in this opening 45. Possible shout for a penalty. Didn't go to a full VAR check though. No goals to shout about either. Druga putting himself about, some managers would say, in the foul there with Bayou. Lazo laying it off for Vada. Back to the winger. Darwin Nunez trying to play the first time pass back to the winger. Cut out well by Medina, who's fouled by Lazo. Did well to right back there to win the ball back. Clearly fouled. And Marinho to take this ball long. As we approach the final seconds of stoppage time that has been added on. Headed away by Martos. Throw in higher up the pitch this time. But the referee, José Antonio López Toca, will not let the throw in to be taken and blows his whistle for the end of the opening 45 minutes here. It is a goalless draw at half-time between Almeria and Sporting. Both sides still needing to create very dangerous offensive chances. Sporting with the one shot on target, the clear chance of the game. Not really enough to beat Fernando. Almeria still needing to be able to get more possession in the top third of the pitch. But it ends here at the end of the first half. Matchday 37's game between Almeria and Sporting, 0-0. Welcome back to the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium for this second half in matchday 37's fixture between Almería and Sporting. During the break, we saw a couple of players warming up for either side quite intensely, though a few for Almería. I believe Arvin Appiah, one of the players ready to come on. Need confirmation if it will be instantly in this half-time interval before we get the second half underway. A first half where Sporting dominating most of the possession, having the only shot on target of the game. An effort from Manu Garcia straight to the hands of Fernando. Almería still looking to get anywhere near to a shot on target. It's been a slightly lackluster performance from Almería. Their first home game under new management. Mario Silva and Nandinho at the helm. Costas there, definitely the busiest out of the back four for Almería, having to deal with Juca, who really has put himself about. Still, though, hasn't managed to cause the goalkeeper any problems. And there we see the double change for Almería about to take place. We can see there, Juan Muñoz is one of the players going off for Almería, being replaced by Villalba. The other player coming on, Appiah, as mentioned. Big part of was told at half-time it would be Appiah who would be coming on. In the end, it is Jonathan. Another one of those warming up at half-time. Villalba coming on for Juan Muñoz, sitting in the number 10 role. Was Jonathan coming on to replace Ivan Martos at left back for Almería. A double change from Mario Silva at the break. Sporting again, starting as the brighter side of the two. Medina, slipping there, keeps possession though. Switches play for Cordero. As Jonathan covers there the left back position. Here's Manu Garcia who puts in the cross. Easy caught by Fernando. Jonathan, quite the pacey left back. Darwin Núñez laying it off for Villalba. Yalva, one of the players who has found the back of the net since returning from lockdown for Almería. Coming on as a half-time sub for Juan Muñoz, who had a tough 45 minutes. Vada ready to take the set piece and put it into a dangerous position. Marinho just sorting out his defenders. Can be played in by the defensive midfielder. I believe it last came off Salvador. Easy pickings for Marinho as he finds Murillo with a brilliant first touch to bring it down the winger. Plays the ball inside though. Possession lost as Lazo carries the ball forward for Almería. Changes play. Bayou. Jonathan puts in the cross, dealt with well by Molinero. Almería, despite being top goal scorers in the division, struggling to get even a shot on target in today's game. Almería have the worst home record in the top 10 sides of the division. One of the reasons for Guti's sacking after being appointed back in November. Their away form, however, is the best in the division. Hence one of the real question marks as to how or why Guti has been replaced. Mario Silva, one of the men in charge at Almería. Mario Silva was part of Jose Mourinho's Porto staff back in 2004 when the Portuguese side went all the way to winning the Champions League. Nandinho, however, was mainly an assistant coach for a few sides in Portugal. Quite a few managers have come out from Jose Mourinho's Porto backroom staff. Rui Faria, the most recent to indulge in first-team management in Qatar. Also have Villas-Boas, former Chelsea and Marseille, currently at Marseille. Of course, Jose Mourinho, now the Tottenham Hotspur manager. Mario Silva at the helm of Almería. Manu Garcia with a very good through ball for Sporting. Cut out equally as well by Maras, trying to find Juka, who's tried to put himself about. Still waiting for that moment. It's going to be another corner. Pedro Diaz to take. The fourth of the game for the visitors. Ball played in. Nearly got contact, Molinero, had to be dealt with well by Maras. Aitor Garcia puts in another cross on his left foot. And it's over the heads of all of his teammates. Will be a goal kick. Sporting as well, despite winning last week against Lugo, have been under the cosh by their home supporters. The defeat in the Asturian derby at home against Real Oviedo a couple of weeks ago, a 1-0 home defeat, didn't sit well at all with the fan base. Real Oviedo as well, a side in and around the bottom of the table, managing to get the winner. didn't really sit well, as Sporting have by far been quite prolific at home this season, but struggling away from home. Only winning 4 out of their 18 games played away, only scoring 11 goals, losing 8 of those 18, drawing the other 6. Here's Murillo though. Picked up by Aitor Garcia and fouled by Lazo. This is a dangerous position to give away a free kick. Pedro Diaz, normally in charge of set-piece duties, a likely candidate to take this one. Fernando going to have to set up his wall properly. Four players at the moment in the box. Molinero next to Pedro Diaz, but it is going to be the midfielder, number 24, to take it. Just under 10 minutes into the second 45. Pedro Diaz to take, and it's off the post. It was very good in terms of height. Probably a bit too heavy, you'd argue, coming off the post. The best chance of the opening 10 minutes in the second half. Sporting still knocking on the door. Here we get a better angle. Lovely, lovely effort from Pedro Diaz, just unfortunately not finding the inside of the post for him. Ricocheting off the woodwork. Lazo, the man who gave away the foul, manages to get a throw in though off Medina, taken quickly by Jonathan, but won back well by Murillo, helping out defensively. De La Hoz doing well to evade a couple of tackles there. Ball coming off Salvador's hand, but play will continue as Almería keep possession. Almería preparing their third sub of the game, and the first real chance falls for Bayou for Almería, forcing Marinho into the save. A really good pass, and the right back managing to get a strong effort. Not too sure if it was going straight on target. Marinho wasn't going to take any chances, as it is a corner for Almería. It is Petrovic who is getting ready to come on for the home side. Corner played in. Marinho couldn't get a hand to it, has to be dealt with. Manu Garcia with a poor clearance. Almería still in possession though. Villalba under high pressure from Pedro Diaz. Had to be careful. Manu Garcia also sniffing around there, as the ball goes all the way back to Fernando in the Almería goal. Good ball played forward. Corpas cut inside, goes down. Referee not going to have anything to say about that. Still down though, the Almería winger. A collision there with Salvador. And here we see the effort from Bayou. It was on target. Better from that angle. Here we get another replay as well of Pedro Diaz, brilliant free kick. Just off the bar. Don't think Fernando got a touch. Third substitution for Almería. It is Vada, replaced by Petrovic, like for like in the middle of the park for Almería. The third substitution in nearly the opening 15 minutes. As Aitor Garcia's foul, you could hear the screams of pain. Aitor Garcia picking up the first yellow card of the game for that foul on Bayou. Sporting still have all 5 substitutions available, but Aitor Garcia, with that yellow card, will miss Sporting's next game. Seeing the first yellow card of the afternoon. Petrovic laying it off for David Costas. Corpas. Bayou, the right back, who's had at the moment Almeria's one and only shot on target. Keeps possession. No foul given, and there it is, the opener! Villalba with the tap in. There were shouts of a possible foul from Bayou in attack. Referee still waiting to fully confirm the goal. But out of nothing, Almería, you could argue against the run of play, might just be taking the lead here as he gets round Aitor Garcia. Bayou, possible pull of the shirt as well. It was Villalba who makes the run. A very good ball from the right back. Marinho not even diving for the ball. We will be needing a VAR check if there was a foul on Aitor Garcia. If it's not given on the hour mark, Almería will be taking the lead. Sporting players, rightfully so, surrounding the referee. It did look like initially a foul. Play was told to resume. Bayou with a very good cross as Villalba would peel off the back of Medina. Aitor Garcia, the man who was possibly fouled. Referee wanting the game to be resumed, but he will go and have a look at the screen himself. In need of a clean decision. So with half an hour to go at the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium, referee José Antonio López Toca goes to investigate the screen of VAR. The opening goal of the game on the hour, possibly cancelled out if it's a foul by Bayou in the action of play. And the foul has been given. And Villalba not happy with that decision, but it has been decided the goal will be ruled out. Bayou committing the foul on Aitor Garcia. And there you have it on your screen, VAR confirmation, no goal. Almería will not be opening the score sheet, in fairness. Would have to be said, against the run of play. But Sporting, despite their superiority in the game, have also lacked creating chances. So Villalba's goal will be chalked off. Still 0-0. Maras letting his goalkeeper Fernando clear that one with a long kick. Murillo. Manu Garcia doing well to shrug off two players. Loses out though to De La Hoz. Here's Villalba, the now not goal scorer for today's game. Baliu, who at the moment has been Almeria's danger player, got the opening shot on target for his side. Nearly creating the opening goal. Here's Murillo for Sporting. Lays it off for Medina. It's a poor pass, first time of asking from the right back. Petrovic to move forward, who in return plays a very heavy pass to Corpas. And Marinho picks it up, asking his side to calm down, to slow down the play. The Sporting Gijón captain, as he goes long with the shot. It's a poor first touch from Aitor Garcia, as David Costas now will start the play out from the back. Maras. As now it is going to be Sporting who are going to make the double change. Nacho Mendez, one of the players getting ready to come on, scored a fabulous goal in their 2-0 win against Lugo at the weekend for Sporting. Be interesting to see how Miroslav Djukic rotates the pack. Salvador, a brilliant ball there. The other player coming on is going to be Perez. Medina puts in the cross though. Costas doing well to deal with it. Jonathan, the man who replaced Ivan Martos at half-time. De La Hoz and I believe Manu Garcia both going for the ball at the same time. Sporting player getting the worst of that. And with 25 to go, there will be a double change, and it is Manu Garcia himself who is going to get replaced by Nacho Mendez. He's had a lively game, getting the only shot on target for Sporting. Manu Garcia coming off. I believe it will be Aitor going up front, as Murillo is the other man replaced by Djukic, as Pablo Perez replaces him. Probably, as mentioned, it will be probably a bit of a pick and mix down that left-hand side for Sporting. Nacho Mendez and Aitor Garcia swapping as to who plays up front alongside Juca. Pablo Perez slotting in on the right-hand side. 25 minutes to go here at the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium. We've had a goal chalked off by VAR for a foul in attack by Almería. Here we can see a replay of that exact foul. So it is still goalless in this game. Both sides needing the points if they want to push for a chance to be in La Liga Santander next season. Almería with the free kick. Villalba puts in the ball, and the header by De La Hoz, and Marinho forced into the save. But there was an offside given. There we see De La Hoz clearly offside. The man who got the header just behind Babin. Both of these sides, though, were fairly recently, you could say, in La Liga. Almería relegated in the 2015-2016 season. Were promoted in 2013, spent a couple of seasons in the top flight, haven't returned since to La Liga Santander. Molinero getting the second yellow card of the game there for that elbow to the face to Darwin Núñez. Sporting, meanwhile, got promoted to La Liga in 2015 after finishing second in La Liga Smartbank, but were relegated in their second season in Primera in the 2016-2017 season, and they haven't returned since. Confirmation there on the top left-hand side of your screen. Molinero picking up the yellow card, the second player of the game, both coming for Sporting. Another man who will miss Sporting's next game coming at the weekend. Both him and Aitor Garcia will not be available for Miroslav Djukic. David Costas. Petrovic now in the midfield. This game has been starved of chances, really. Both sides going to need to push into another gear if 3 points are to be going somewhere. Lazo to the centre-back Costas, pushing forward. Bayou. Corpas. Lazo on the edge of the penalty area. Back to the right back. Inside. And this time it's Aitor Garcia who possibly shoves Bayou to the ground. Shouts for a penalty. How ironic would that have been? Bayou's assist for the opening goal ruled out for a foul on Aitor Garcia. Possible penalty shout now for the other way around. Aitor Garcia with a possible foul on Bayou. Play still goes on though. Darwin Núñez, top goal scorer on 13 for Almería, really hasn't seen the ball at all in this game, at least when it comes to going forward and trying to find the back of the net, as Álvaro Vázquez is getting ready to come on for Sporting. The ball played back in, and this time Núñez does get his first clear chance of the game. Marinho pulling off a sensational save. Jonathan with the cross to the back post. Corpas playing it back in. Bit of a bobble, but the striker managing to get contact with the header. It was going in. Caught Marinho off guard, but the keeper still managing to get a touch. And it is a corner for the home side. Ball is played in. Marinho, the second time of asking, got both hands to the ball. Wanted to take that goal kick quickly, but was blocked. It's actually going to be a double change whilst that corner was being taken. Carmona, the regular #1 captain for Sporting, another to come on now for Miroslav Djukic, as Juka, Uros Djurdjevic, the striker, is getting replaced by Álvaro Vázquez. Vázquez on 4 goals currently this season. Here we get another replay. Apart from that header of that possible penalty shout for the foul on Bayou. And there, confirmation. Álvaro Vázquez replacing Uros Juka up front for Sporting. Another man who's had a frustrating day, hasn't seen much of the ball. Most of the possession has been kept in and around the middle of the park. And it is Carmona, I believe, who has replaced Aitor Garcia. Álvaro Vázquez into the middle of the park. Babin lays it off for Carmona. And there's the confirmation. It is Aitor Garcia. He is on a yellow card, the winger. Picked it up before that possible penalty shot, possibly the reason why Miroslav Djukic has decided to take him off for the final 17 minutes of this fixture. Still 0-0 between Almería and Sporting Gijón. Almería needing to regain third spot with a win here after Huesca managing to get a 95th minute winner against Zaragoza, who are currently second. Victory today would put them 1 point behind Zaragoza, 3 behind league leaders Cádiz. Sporting, meanwhile, with a win today, away from home, would jump up quite a few spots into the playoff spots. They have the ball high up the pitch now. Pablo Pérez can't sort out his feet. Nacho Mendes with the cross though. Álvaro Vázquez going to let it run to Cordero. Back to the striker. Vázquez in the penalty area now against Corpas. Plays the ball in, cleared away. Long ball played by Sporting. Babin cutting out the pass brilliantly. But had to be done properly, otherwise Darwin Núñez had a possible one-on-one chance with Marinho. Pedro Díaz. Medina. Back to the midfielder. Carmona makes the run. It's a pass that's cut out by Maras. And the foul on Villalba from Salvador, which will see him get a yellow card. The third of the game, all 3 coming for Sporting players. Clear foul on Villalba. As we will now have the second half cooling break. 15 minutes to go. Both managers now, Mario Silva and Miroslav Djukic, have their opportunities to also have a quick discussion with both of their teams to try and possibly get a late winner. Sporting currently 8 points off direct promotion, 2 off the playoffs and 8 from the drop zone. Of course, at this point, Sporting fairly unlikely to have any worries about a possible relegation battle as they push for a promotion battle. Almería have lost their last 2 home games since returning to action. Their last victory here was ironically their last game before the stoppage. A 4-0 home win against Deportivo La Coruña. That was back in March, of course. Same result on the same weekend picked up by Sporting. They picked up a 4-0 home win against Las Palmas for them. As we can see there, Apia getting ready to come on for Almería. Juan Ibiza, another one of those coming on. Apia was ready to come on. Seems like he may have to wait a little bit as David Costas at centre half is replaced by Ibiza. Change defensively, a possible injury there as Jonathan puts in the cross towards the back post. Straight out for a throw-in. Possession for Sporting. 4 changes each have been made. 1 remains for both managers as we enter the final 12 minutes. Still goalless. Ball is played forward. Corpas trying to find Núñez, cleared away by Medina. Ibiza laying it off for Maras, who's now gone out to the right, out of the centre-back pairing. Ibiza occupying the left after the replacement of David Costas. Pedro Diaz doesn't concede possession to Petrovic. Babin now with the ball. And there is the bright young talent at Almería. Apia ready to come on. He's been ready twice. Third time of asking, he will be coming on at least for the final 10 minutes in this game. Arvin Apia, English and Dutch descendant. Bright star who nearly joined Manchester United, but was beaten to the punch by Almería, the guarantee of first-team football. Arvin Apia, currently the most expensive player in La Liga Smartbank history. Ball drops well, though, for Álvaro Vázquez. Just couldn't get the height on the lob. Flag seemed to stay down as the ball was played forward by Pablo Pérez. Jonathan playing him onside. Fernando was off his line, and the striker unable to finish that chance. Minutes to go. Apia now is on the pitch, replacing Lazo. Corpas will complete the game on the right-hand side. Apia playing on the left of the attack, with Villalba in behind Darwin Núñez, who will also complete the game, looking for his 14th goal of the season, a possible winner if it were to come. Pablo Pérez, back to Molinero. Babin forced to play it back. You unable to keep that one in play. As the ball goes forward, but Jonathan, another one who will not take any chances. Back to his goalkeeper, Fernando. Still in possession, goes long. Apia up against Molinero. Medina hoiking the ball high up the pitch. Villalba picks up the ball now. Cut out again by the Sporting defence. Neither side really upping up the tempo, showing some necessary urgency if anyone is to get a goal and a possible winner in this game. Almería have improved in the second half based on their opening 45. But still, despite having a goal chalked off, both sides struggling to get that goal. Foul there by Darwin Núñez on Nacho Méndez. Ball played long by Molinero. Drops for Álvaro Vázquez. And the shot taken first time by Carmona. Nowhere near the goal. Poor effort from the captain. Molinero with the touch. Carmona heading it off for Nacho Méndez. Plays the ball over the top. Álvaro Vázquez to chase. Jonathan wants to keep the throw in. Ball finds its way all the way back to Marinho. A draw for both of these sides will not really help them in their push to jump up in the table. Ball played long. Darwin Núñez down the right-hand side against Babin. Cuts in, takes the shot. And a very good save by Marinho. Ball still not cleared though. It's going to be a throw-in. We see a replay of that effort. Darwin Núñez doing really well to get around Babin. Strong shot that was on target. Good save by the Sporting captain in goal. Jonathan. Ibiza. And Maras going back to the keeper. Álvaro Vázquez wanting to make one last push. 4 minutes to go plus stoppage time. The ball is played in behind. Baliu. Petrovic trying to force a way through the defense as Appiah picks up the ball on the left-hand side. It's a heavy pass to Jonathan, and it will go up for a goal kick. Álvaro Vázquez, the substitute, coming on. He's looked lively. Had a good chance to get the opener for Sporting. Just unable to do so in the end. Baliu. Darwin Núñez. Back again down the right-hand side. Ball's played in. Appiah's at the back post. No one's covering him. Lays it off for Jonathan. Puts in another cross. And Marinho getting both hands to the ball. Quickly playing it to Carmona, who goes for the ball in behind. Nacho Méndez and Álvaro Vázquez. It's 2-on-4. Ball played wide to Vázquez inside the penalty area. managed to get the ball in between the legs of Maras. Just too heavy of a touch. Possession squandered. Petrovic with the shot. Marinho forced into another late save. And Almería seems to be saving all of their shots on target for the final minutes of the game. It was banged down the middle from the midfielder. But still, a shot on target is a shot on target. Almería knocking at the door late on in this one as Javi Fuego comes on for Sporting, replacing Pedro Diaz. More of a defensive-minded midfielder, Javi Fuego, the former Espanyol and Villarreal midfielder. Ball played in by Bayou. Seemed to have taken a deflection, and it has. It is going to be a corner with 1 minute to go for Almería. Ball played in by Villalba. The header cleared away. Shouts of a possible foul in the penalty area. Carmona trying to play it quickly to Pablo Perez. As Apia did well to regain possession. Ball again down the right-hand side for Almería. Played into the back post. De La Hoz waits for the header and gets the ball into the back of the net. De La Hoz with what should be a late winner. This time you'd think it can't get ruled out. Sporting not taking any advantage of their possession numbers. Almería making a late push to try and get that opening goal. And on the verge of 90 minutes, and it's just ticked over, De La Hoz heads in what should be the winning goal. Marinho completely rooted to his line. Salvador's facial expression saying it all. Late goal, late drama. It's a very good cross on the right-hand side. Played in by, I believe it was Villalba. And De La Hoz beating Molinero in the air. The midfielder to lob that into the back post and into the back of the net for that matter. On 90 minutes, Almería score the goal that really does put them in for the shout for direct promotion now. Sporting are going to have to wait a little bit longer if they want any possibility of getting in and around the playoffs. We are already into the 91st minute. Have to see, as now we do get it, it's 5 minutes of stoppage time added on. Almería, with this goal, currently retake third, are 1 point behind Zaragoza and 3 behind Cádiz. They're now, as they were at the beginning of the year, in the hunt for direct promotion. Can they hold on for the final 3 and a bit minutes? Sporting now throwing men forward. Núñez losing out to Javi Fuego, who's on the ball now. Salvador to Babin. Pedro Diaz, of course, the more versatile midfielder, has gone off. Carmona to Nacho Mendez. Álvaro Vázquez wide for the right back, Medina, and puts in a very poor effort at a cross. Here we see a replay again of the goal, a very good header from De La Hoz. And that is arguably the difference between a team fighting for direct promotion and a side in and around the playoffs. That's the slight distance there. Mario Silva possibly on the verge of getting his first win as Almería manager. What will be going through the mind of Miroslav Djukic at the moment? Can't be pleased that his team managed to get a point away to Almería. And on the 90th minute, conceding what could be the winning goal for the home side from that man De La Hoz. Jonathan to take the throw in. Medina clears it. And the foul from Darwin Nunez. 1 minute of stoppage time remaining. You'd think overall Sporting arguably the better side, but still not creating chances. Almería very similar until the final 15. They really have improved overall in the second half, getting that late winner in the 90th minute. Babin hesitates to go long, goes back to his keeper. Marinho will go long now. Headed away by Petrovic. As Darwin Nunez doesn't even think about it twice, plays it directly out of play to run down the clock. Babin again in possession. Almería got all 11 players behind the ball. And the shot on target after a possible penalty shout from Pablo Perez. I believe it's Carmona, the player who's down after the shove from Petrovic. Ooh, that's a tough one. The 95, the 5th minute is up. Looking at that replay, it did look like a possible VAR incident to check, but referee José Antonio López Toca has seen enough. He wants to blow the whistle for the end of the game, and he does, and you can see how much it means for Mario Silva and his backroom staff. Referee saying there was nothing in it to Carmona, the man who went down, and that will be that, a 90th minute winner from De La Hoz, a very good header to beat Marinho, giving Almería their first home win in their last 3 attempts. A result that puts them back in 3rd and 3 points behind Cádiz, who are in the top spot. It'll be interesting to see how they react now at the weekend. Sporting put in a valiant effort, by far the better side in the opening 45. Lost control of the game in the second half. Almería had a goal ruled out for a foul in attacking position from Baliu, but managing to get the winner in the 90th minute. Here's the possible penalty shout later on for Carmona, but the referee's verdict is final. You can understand why the Sporting players were frustrated that nothing was even reviewed. But it ends here on match day 37's fixture between Almería and Sporting at the Juegos del Mediterráneo Stadium. Almería 1, Sporting de Gijón 0.